Okay, so I'm pregnant in a motel room that doesn't have a microwave or refrigerator. I was at the Budgetel. It had a microwave and a refrigerator. I was at United and on Memorial Drive, and it had a refrigerator and a microwave. And I want to just tell y'all a little bit about child sacrifice because I'm pregnant and I'm dealing with people who are worshiping the devil and talking about they don't believe in Jesus Christ and don't want to tell the truth about my pregnancy, and that people very close to us threatened to rape my son and torture our son, and also strangers as well. And so I was able to find some articles about devil worshiping, and there was a lot of cults and ritual activity and pedophilia, and I found some articles about the Baphomet and child sacrifice as well. And my channel had been removed when I was showing some visions, talking about some visions that I had, and it was removed about something else. They felt like I was harassing certain people from certain content that I was posting. And so these are some of the videos that were removed, and I was just trying to put out information about the safety of my child and about my pregnancy. These were some of the titles of the videos that were removed, and me going to the hospital at Bentom and them denying me hospital care. So I thought that'd be important. So I contacted YouTube, and I just spoke with them briefly this morning, and I told them that I was asking them to please put the YouTube channel back up for my baby's heartbeat readings that were on there and the evidence about some of the gang members that were coming after me. And surprisingly, they contacted me, but I'll let you guys know what happened with that. So basically, this is Lucifer posing as white Jesus, and this is something of a painting or a portrait that could be portrayed as the real God. When I was in the jail cell in Montgomery County Jail, Jesus Christ came to me and showed me himself with a crown of thorns on his head, and he had somewhat what looked like locks. And so my aunt was on the internet trying to pick fights with me again. She tried to condemn me, but I told her that God does not like devil worshipers and that they threatened to rape my son. And she's on the internet attacking me instead of worrying about my son. So when my YouTube channel was taken down, I was on the house by Merrill Avenue and Oakland Drive, and people, I guess, were trying to report me and get my channel removed for putting out real information. And this is the area where I was at. I was in the second house, the brown one right there on Oakland Street or Oakland Drive. And these men were trying to stage altercations with me inside of this house right here. And I tried to use my video camera and it would not work. And this was the house where they had me in an apartment. And they were trying to set me up in a house pregnant. And so Jesus showed me himself like this in the jail, pregnant with this baby. When they tried to do a death ritual on me, he had a crown of thorns on his head, and he had blood poured all over his body, and he looked like he had locks in his head, and he had his hands bound in front of him. And he said that we were his bloodline and that he would die for us. And they are showing white Jesus, and God said that the word of God is his word, because he said in Revelations, go and see what color he is, because he was not white. So I looked up some more about Satanists, and they are known all over for being accused of a lot of things. And I'm accusing the Satanists about lying about my pregnancy and my case. So I said to my aunt, I said, they knew that I had my own apartment, raising my baby, and I didn't deserve to be abused for nobody. And then gonna sit there and let me be murdered on Oakland and Merrill Drive by the West End by gang members trying to cover up my pregnancy, and then threaten to rape my son with the Black Freemasons. And God showed Barbara specifically trying to set me up to be killed with her boyfriend out of her house. And I know why she is talking to me, because I'm about to expose everybody in order to get my justice. And she's over here trying to attack me while I'm putting out evidence, because they want to take white people's side. My family never loved me, and God told me they was going to try to say I had a brain tumor because of the visions, and try to say that I had a stomach tumor because of the baby in me, and was going to let me be murdered in a room around the rooming house. and let YouTube take down my channel with all the information about my evidence and my baby's heartbeat. And then I said, to hell with you. Oh, mind you, she's doing this while I'm trying to work on the evidence. And I said, Barbara and Cynthia O'Vera and the Illuminati promised all sorts of riches and fame and wealth to my family. And no, I said, to hell with you, Barbara. And I said, and Cynthia O'Vera and the Illuminati promised all sorts of riches and fame and wealth to my family. And Vanessa was doing it too, the witchcraft, expecting to be rich. And I said, hear the memo, everybody. I shot my white baby daddy in the leg in self-defense, and he was attacking me and my son. And I was pregnant, and he was raping and hitting me. And everybody had the evidence, and including the Conroe police. But because they wanted to be racist, all my friends' family, the police, and my family, and his family decided to erase the evidence, and try to kill the baby in my belly, and set me up to be killed, and then take my son and threaten to rape my child. Jesus stopped them from killing me and my baby in the jail. He said he was sending all of them to hell. They're trying to kill me. They said they worshiping white people and now I'm out the jail and the baby is still alive. After 2 years of being out the jail, and they still trying to kill us. So God told me to get online and continue to ask somebody to come and get me and my children out of America, because what they were trying to do to me and my baby. Please get my baby from Joseph O'Vera. I said, get me and my baby, me and this baby, I'm pregnant, and get us the hell up out of America, since they want to worship white people and Satan. Because God said that he is not white, and I am not going to hell with child, and my son better be alive. I meant to say I'm not going to hell with child, and my son better be alive. And God said this baby is not going to die, so y'all can stop trying to kill it and get the hell off my channel, please. Oh, and I'm African American, black, pregnant with no charges, and never been convicted of any crime, never been in trouble in my life, and my baby daddy have mug shots all over the internet. All you have to do is Google his name, Austin John Meador, or Meador, and his images and his face is in several mugshot pictures from several different arrests. Yeah, he's handsome, but he's abusive. He's a pedophile because he threatened to rape his own son. He's a rapist, has a rape charge, and convicted felon. But because he's white, they're trying to murder me and my baby for him. They've been trying to murder the baby for 3 years, and the baby is still alive in me. And they know that. I said, that's a goddamn shame. Instead of just doing right by me and doing right by me, I said, they still trying to set us up. And got this nasty woman on my channel trying to stop me from getting help. I said, get the F off my page. Y'all know I'm real sweet, but I don't play about my kids. I said, get the F off my page, Barbara. His charges include drug possession, theft, assault, family violence, assault on a public servant. He was on a 2-year felony probation for assault on a public servant. He was convicted for assault. His charges include rape. His charges include unlawful restraint and trespassing. And God says he's going back to prison for abusing me. So they don't want people to know that I'm pregnant, how long I've been carrying this baby that's still alive in me, and he was raping and hitting me while pregnant with this child. And they have the nerve to try to murder me and this baby in the jail for protecting myself from him after he had just got out of prison for assault. They tried to murder me when I got out to try to stop me from putting out the evidence, all because he's white, all because they want to worship white people. Go to hell, Barbara. Take the first flight, take the train, take the bus. Them white folk gonna tell on y'all anyway when they get caught anyway. But I said take the train, take the bus, straight to hell, whatever you can afford. Or just call your boyfriend that you tried to set me up with in your house and ask him to get y'all some gas money, and y'all drive yourself straight to hell. And then she tried to get back on while I was still trying to work on the evidence, talking about, oh, you evil and all this. And I said, do you think I would be cursing you for no reason? I said, do you think I would be cursing you if you was not doing wickedness? I said, do you really think I would be cursing my auntie if you was not wicked? I have always showed you love and respect. I never cursed you not once in my life until you did what you did in Arkansas, and until my family did this to me, and until y'all and I said, and y'all still on my channel harassing me while I'm putting out the information about these white folks threatening to rape my child. I said, get the F off my channel. See, my family didn't want nobody to know that I had a channel. My family didn't want me to have a channel because they didn't want nobody to know that this was being done to me. And they were going to just sit back and let these people do this to me. And I said, you trying to get my channel taken down, claiming I'm defaming you while you on my channel bothering me. I said, but like Offset said, y'all will do anything for clout, because him and his wife know all about my pregnancy as well. And these celebrities are involved too. So everybody think they got Andrea death and child death on lock. I said, you got me effed up. Y'all not about to do no satanic blood sacrifice on me and my kids. To hell with you and to hell with my whole family, because that's how they do it. And they sit over there and get money, and these white folks done kill one of y'all loved ones, done kill one of y'all family. Hell no. And no, I said, and they know I got the right to fight for my kids and protect myself and my children. So I said, ain't nobody gonna kill me for protecting myself. And the white people try to get black people to kill the black person for them, and they get everybody to try to be involved with the murder. And that's why my other channel got taken down too, because too many of y'all got exposed. Leave me alone, you demonic woman. In the name of Jesus, God said you are a voodoo woman. Get away from me. So I did some more research on child sacrifice and stuff, because they was trying to hurt my little baby and me and threatening to hurt my son and saying that they worship Satan. Cynthia said it, and Joseph and Austin, and the racist white people from the jail, and the black Freemasons. And they was talking about sexually harming a child. So I looked up information, and it's all over the internet about these type of people and what they do to kids. So I don't have no reason to lie. If you a Satanist and you saying you doing Satanism and you got my child, I got the right to tell the world, because that baby belonged to me. Melbourne belonged to me. And then they started running around with sirens and stuff while I was finding out through information, and fire truck sirens. And this is what they do to try to intimidate me in Atlanta when I start putting out evidence. And they got my phone tapped, and police be riding around trying to intimidate me with their sirens and stuff. And I said, I'ma tell. So I kept on looking up the information about it. And then Donald Trump had came out with some information talking about Clinton and other people that he felt like Obama and them was involved in. They do it all about the money. The only thing I'm concerned for is my children. They starved me. That's what a pregnant baby bump supposed to look like. My baby bump didn't look anything like that coming out of the Montgomery County jail. And then the sirens started going off again when I started getting pictures of what it's supposed to look like. And then so I did some research on pregnant women and inmate abuse on pregnant women in the jail, and I found out that a lot of women go to jail incarcerated pregnant. I was not in prison or convicted, but I was incarcerated awaiting a trial, and they was poisoning the food, not giving me enough. God said just say they starved me, that they didn't give me enough food in there, and they didn't. And they was mistreating me, and a lot of pregnant women said they was hungry, and they denied me medical care inside of the facility and was lying and saying I wasn't pregnant. So, God said that they just wanted to kill the baby. Like, I don't understand why you would do all that just to try to win a case. Like, Austin was abusing me and my son, and God said that it was because the white women in the courts were like, oh, she shot a gun. But God said I was protecting myself. And so I did a whole bunch of information and found out that they do that a lot to pregnant women in jail. And then the people were saying they were Satanists, so I looked up Aleister Crowley, and he wrote the Satanic Bible. And he said that he was embodying 666, what you see a lot of the people throwing up. And there's just a lot of information out there about these people, and they usually get away with a lot because they infiltrate the criminal justice system and the medical system. So they learn how to cover up crimes against women and children and men as well. And I looked up the devil worship, the worship of white people. Not saying all white people are, Satan, but being that Satan is white and it has something to do with a bloodline and persecuting black people and then not wanting to worship your creator because he's not white. It's Satanism. And I looked up the treatment of pregnant black women when they were slaves, and them taking the baby from the mama and then abusing the mama and selling the mama, and that's pretty much what they tried to do to me, sell me as a prostitute and then steal my baby from me. So I just did a lot of information, and then I got contacted by YouTube, and they told me that they reviewed my channel very quickly and that they was reinstating my channel. So Andrea Antoinette Jones channel is back up. So now I have Queen of Halo, Queen Andrea Antoinette Jones, and I wanted to show y'all a video that got removed because I was being very derogatory towards a woman that tried to call the police on me on my channel, Andrea Antoinette Jones. She tried to call the police on me while I was in the restroom. They had me homeless. There were several other stalls. There was like 12 other stalls or more that was empty and unoccupied, but the women wanted to use the family restroom that I was in, but really they was just harassing me. And here you see me with my suitcase, and they was following me, and little baby bump, they was following me because they know I'm pregnant with the baby from the jail, and everybody was, being scary and wicked and trying to cover it up because Jesus kept the baby alive. And you know how that go. So I come out the restroom, and they had police out there. I was in the bathroom. She tried to say I was in there too long. The lady was harassing me. She came knocking on the door. I wasn't done yet. I said, ma'am, I'm in the restroom. Then she said, open up and get out. And I was like, no. Then they start calling the police. I said I wasn't done yet. I was not in the restroom that long. She was lying, and I had cell phone records to show what time I went in there based off a phone call, text message. And this is the lady, I'm not showing her face, that tried to call the police, and they was waiting on me when I came out the restroom, and I started cursing them out. Y'all know me. So I started cursing them out, calling the lady all kind of names. So that's why YouTube took it down. They felt like I was bullying the lady. But the point of it is, they ended up, I walked through the food court. I told the lady I was leaving the mall, cussed them out, and they had dogs coming past me. She had called dogs to come and try to get me out the restroom. I was using the restroom, pregnant black woman using the restroom, and there's all other stalls in there. I wasn't making noise. I wasn't bothering anybody. So why would you go and get dogs to try to come and get me? Because I'm pregnant. Andrea Jones pregnant with the baby from the jail. So I was leaving the mall, and I was on my way out of the mall, and they come back and stop me with this police with the dog. And why you got a K9 on a pregnant black woman, and then so YouTube let me look at the video, and I was able to get screenshots of it showing y'all this black woman from the restroom trying to hurry up and run and catch me as I'm already leaving the property. And she come with a white officer, and she came with like 4 or 5 other black police, and then they started trying to write me all these citations talking about I can't come back to Dunwoody Perimeter Mall. And I explained to the officer, I said, sir, I was in the restroom. The woman knocked on the door saying she wanted to use the restroom, and I said, ma'am, there's other restrooms you can use. I'm occupying this restroom. She was a gang stalker. She was they had racist black women following me everywhere, just like y'all seen on all my other videos, people stalking me, gang members walking behind me, and they know, the police know, because they've been harassing me as well. And then so I said, sir, I can prove that I was not in no restroom no long time, and that they were just harassing me. And look, she's standing there with her hands all on her hips. They got 1, 2, 3, 4 black officers and a white officer and a K9, and I'm sitting there pregnant with a suitcase, very well dressed, nice black woman. You can't make it seem like I'm some nasty homeless woman just all up in your restroom. Y'all seen what the restroom look like. I didn't tear up them people restroom. I came out them people restroom, and they was waiting out there with the police. There was no reason for them to do that, but it's because I'm pregnant. That's the reason. And because I'm pregnant with a baby that I should have had, but they held me 10 months in the jail. So I took these this video and I took these screenshots because all these restrooms was empty and I was in the one down the hall and I'm pregnant, so I got a right to use the family restroom. I'm carrying a child, and to try to rush me pregnant out of a restroom after I've been carrying this baby for 2-3 years, that is ridiculous, and he's still standing right there with the dog. Still standing right there with the dog. Oh, they don't need you. Them 4 police, 1 strong white man, 1 strong black man, 2 other strong black officers, and you got to sit there and try to intimidate me with the dog. And so she stood right there trying to find a way to write me a citation, and they was doing it in front of white women. They was letting these white girls see them harassing me pregnant and black, and the white girls all over the country know they tried to kill Andrea baby in the jail and because she shot a white man. And it really wasn't embarrassing for me, but it was kind of embarrassing once I seen on the screenshots that they did it in front of all these white people, and then they had a black officer standing very close to me, and I was not yelling or anything. I just remained humble and calm, because I knew what they was trying to do, and I know that they was targeting me. And so as you see, they still got all these officers on a pregnant black woman for being in the restroom and being pregnant with a baby that they denied me medical care. So that's a lawsuit, and God said I have a lawsuit against the United States government, and these people work for the government. So they got people harassing me everywhere, and they banned me from Perimeter Mall for an entire year. So they kicked me out of Lenox Mall. They banned me from Perimeter Mall. They chased me up out the West End Mall. Anywhere where I could be safe and comfortable, they were harassing me. So this is me in the restroom. I started recording after I heard the lady trying to call the police on me when I told her I was occupying, that I was in the restroom, that I was not finished yet. And then she done went and got all these police, which is why I had turned my camera on. And y'all see I got thousands of videos online with these people trying to harm me because they was trying to stage an arrest, and I was using the restroom, and there was no need for that. But I just took the little it really wasn't a citation. He said it was a warning, but that they was banning me from coming back. And so I just took it, and he made me sign it and everything, and they went and got a white man. She went and got a white man. So that's why I had called her all sorts of names, and YouTube took it down because of the names that I called her. But I'm just going to call her officer. This black female officer went and got all these police on me for being in the restroom. And I took a screenshot of what the restroom looked like because I didn't do nothing wrong to their restroom. I didn't do nothing to their restroom. As you can see, it was still daytime. I can see if you said that I went up in there early in the morning and then I'm still in there by nightfall or something. You know what I'm saying? It's daytime. Ain't no way I was in there that long. You know what I'm saying? It's still daytime. They were just trying to find a reason to harass me. Then they had this officer trying to hand me papers, and he was walking all up on me. You see the white police officer very close to me, and all that can be intimidating and everything. But like I said, I just kept my cool because God already told me what they were trying to do to me and my baby in America. So I just walked off of the property like they told me to do. I already was leaving anyway. I told the officer I was leaving anyway before they even wrote that. And then they had security. They just wanted to make sure I could not come back to their premises. And so then they had security riding around harassing me as I was leaving. And I just left their property, and I posted the video, and people was like, oh, it be your own people. It be your own people that do that to you. And she was dead wrong for what she did.